Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we're going to be taking a look at something really quite awesome, and that is what I like to call the Ender entrance. Now the other day I was playing around with Ender pearls and slime blocks, and I discovered that you can actually use slime blocks to launch Ender pearls. Now obviously my mind filled up with ideas of how I could use this, and this is the first one that I decided to build. It's a little bit silly, but it's really quite cool, and I'm sure you're going to like it. Firstly, I think I'll explain to you how all of this works. You'll stand on this block right here, and you will jump and fire an ender pearl. When you jump, you'll interact with this string, which will cause a block update through this piston that will output to this line of redstone dust, as well as this piston up at the top. When the ender pearl goes past, this slime block will be extended outwards, pushing the ender pearl off in this direction 57 blocks over to this trapdoor here. The trapdoor will open up just in time, the ender pearl will travel through, you'll be teleported into your secret base, then the trapdoor will close, so no one will ever know that you're in there. So how about I show you this in action? All you have to do is line yourself up with the center of the block, look directly upwards, and I will just warn you, this does take a little bit of practice to time all of this to perfection, but all you have to do is jump, fire the ender pearl. It has now been pushed off by the slime block, and we wait a little while, and suddenly we will appear on the inside of the trapdoor. It will all close up, and here we are on the inside of the hidden secret base, so we can do all of our secretive stuff. Before I show you how to build this thing, I've got a couple of bits that I want to mention to you. So first off, you may notice I'm using a 3x3 trapdoor design. Now this isn't 100% necessary, but what I will say is it allows for a slightly larger margin of error. I have never missed my target with this 3x3 design, however beforehand I was using a 1x1 trapdoor, and that had a slightly lower success rate, so that might be something to watch out for. The next thing that I'm going to say is if you do want to take a closer look at this world, perhaps play around with some of the redstone or even try out the timings for yourself, then of course there is a world download down in the description for anyone that wants to check that out. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to crack on with that tutorial. So I'm going to start things off by showing you how to build the ender pearl launcher itself, then I'll go through some of the other details of how you can make it work with your entrance. So the first thing you want to do is you want to place blocks across like this, and then 2 blocks on either side just like that. This is where you are going to be standing, and all of your circuitry is going to be going out the back here. So you want to place a sticky piston facing across like this with a redstone block on its face, go back around and place your string right next to that piston there. Then you want to place a block here, a block up like this, another block up like that, a block here with redstone dust on top of all of those there, and a repeater set to 3 ticks running into a block up like this. Now you can fill in the rest of the wall, and as you can see we actually have ourselves a block update detector. If we go through this string, we get ourselves an output. Now you want to head above your piston, place 2 blocks like this, and then 1 block out the back there with a sticky piston facing across, and then a slime block on its face. That is going to be launching your ender pearl. Then you want to take out that block, head round the back here, place a block like this, redstone dust right there, a block up like that with redstone dust on top of that one as well, an upside down half slab with a repeater set to 2 ticks. That is going to be running out into a block with a redstone torch on top, and then a block next to that piston. Then you can fill in the rest of these blocks because that is your system done. So now as you can see, if we travel through this string, we actually get ourselves an update. Now if we head down to the bottom of the build, we've got the sticky piston there, and then the redstone block here. You just want to go down like this and place redstone dust like that, so when the sticky piston extends, it will push the redstone block out and it will power this redstone dust. But now from this point forth, it really is up to you. I can't offer too much help from this point because everyone's project is going to be slightly different. However, I would suggest downloading the world download so you can see roughly what I've done, and I'll quickly run you through that. So what I've got here is I've got a block with our redstone dust on top. That is the output of this circuit. That runs down into a sticky piston facing downwards with a redstone block in its face that extends down into this little pulse extender. This makes sure that our trapdoor stays open for long enough, and that is using those comparators. Then we have this delay, making sure that the trapdoor actually opens at the correct time, and that is 3 ticks, 4 ticks, 4 ticks, 4 ticks, and then 4 ticks as well, with 3 bits of redstone dust. That then goes into an inverter, and if we just follow this along, we have got 1 repeater, 2 repeaters, then 3 repeaters, and that goes into the 3x3 flush trapdoor, which I've done a tutorial on, and you can find a link to that down in the description. Now as far as the distance is concerned, we have got 57 stained glass and then 1 regular block, meaning that we have got 58 blocks from this wall here to the edge of the trapdoor. So that's just something to keep in mind. Of course, if you decide to go for a 1x1 trapdoor design instead of the 3x3, then that means you've got 59 blocks from this wall here all the way to this 1 block here. But like I say, the success rate on the 1x1 design isn't particularly brilliant. It's around about 50%, so I would highly suggest using the 3x3, and like I say, a link to this can be found down in the description. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.